Stop for a moment and consider something that might unsettle everything you think you know about your own body. Your eyes are changing. Not metaphorically, not poetically. Physically, energetically, dimensionally, your eyes are undergoing a transformation that no optometrist will ever diagnose, no medical scan will ever detect, and no conventional framework of understanding will ever adequately explain. You have noticed it. Maybe you have not said it out loud because it sounds too strange, too far beyond what anyone around you would accept. But you have noticed. The way light hits differently now. The way colors seem to pulse with a depth they never carried before. The way you catch movement at the edges of your vision, shapes and shimmers that vanish the moment you turn to look directly at them. The way certain people seem to glow, while others appear surrounded by a heaviness you can almost taste. The way your eyes water for no reason. The way they ache after being in crowded spaces, as though they have been working harder than your conscious mind realizes. The way you look into a mirror now and something staring back at you is familiar and yet unmistakably different. Something ancient lives behind your gaze that was not there before. Or perhaps it was always there, and only now are you able to see it. This is not deterioration. This is not a symptom. This is not something wrong with you. This is an upgrade, and it has been a long time coming. What I am about to share with you comes from a place far beyond ordinary understanding. It comes from the Arcturian Council, transmitted through frequency, through resonance, through the very vibration encoded in these words. And if you are here, if something pulled you to this moment, it is because your field is ready. Your system has reached the threshold where this information is no longer theoretical. It is operational. It is activating as you listen. By the time this transmission is complete, you will understand what is happening to your vision, why it is happening now, what your eyes are actually designed to do beyond what biology has ever acknowledged, and how to consciously participate in this shift rather than resist it. Because resistance is the only thing that makes this process painful. Alignment is what makes it extraordinary. But here's the first thing you need to understand, and it may be the most important thing you hear today. Your eyes were never just for seeing the physical world. That was the limitation. That was the filter. That was the setting your consciousness was locked into for a very long time. And now that setting is being dissolved. Let that land for a moment. Everything you have ever been told about vision, about sight, about what your eyes do and how they function, has been built on an assumption so fundamental that no one ever thinks to question it. The assumption that reality is what you see, that the visible spectrum of light represents the totality of what exists, that if your eyes cannot detect it, it is not there. But what if the opposite is true? What if the vast majority of reality has been invisible to you, not because it does not exist, but because your eyes were calibrated to filter it out? What if human vision, as it has operated for thousands of years, has been functioning like a radio tuned to a single station, while an infinite symphony plays on frequencies just above and just below the narrow band you were permitted to access? This is not speculation. Even your own science confirms this. The visible spectrum of light, the tiny sliver of electromagnetic radiation that human eyes can detect, represents less than 1% of the total electromagnetic spectrum. Less than 1%. That means over 99% of the light that exists, the information carried on frequencies all around you at every moment, has been completely invisible to the human eye as it has traditionally functioned. Think about what that means. You have been navigating an infinite, multi-dimensional universe while perceiving less than 1% of its light. You have been making decisions, forming beliefs, constructing your entire understanding of reality based on a fraction of what is actually here. And you wonder why things have felt incomplete, why something has always seemed missing, why you have carried this persistent, unshakable sense that there is more, that the world you see is not the whole world, that reality is layers and dimensions and depths that you can almost touch but never quite reach. You were right. You've always been right. And now your eyes are beginning to prove it. What the Arcturian Council wants you to understand is that the shift happening in your vision is not random and it is not isolated. It is part of a much larger recalibration that is occurring across your entire being. But the eyes hold a special significance in this process because they are not merely organs of perception. They are portals of consciousness. They are the points where your inner world and the outer world meet. They are where frequency becomes form, where energy becomes image, where the invisible crosses the threshold into the visible. Your eyes are, in the most literal sense, the place where consciousness looks out at itself. And when consciousness begins to shift, when the frequency you are operating at begins to rise, the very first thing that changes is what you are able to see. Not because the world around you is different, but because the instrument through which you perceive it is being refined, expanded, and unlocked. If this is already resonating with something deep inside you, take a moment to hit that like button and subscribe to this channel so these transmissions can continue reaching you when your soul is ready for them. This is why so many ancient traditions understood the eye as sacred, not just symbolically, but functionally. The Eye of Horus in ancient Egypt was not merely a decorative motif. It was a detailed map of the pineal gland and the optic system, encoding the understanding that true sight originates not in the physical eyes, but in the energetic center behind them. The third eye, the inner eye. The eye that sees what the two outer eyes were designed to overlook. The Hindu tradition places the bindi at the precise location of the Ajna chakra, the command center of inner vision, acknowledging that the seat of real perception exists between and behind the physical eyes. Indigenous cultures across every continent developed practices to activate what they called spirit sight or dream vision, understanding that the eyes could be trained, or more accurately, remembered, into perceiving realities that exist beyond the material plane. These were not primitive superstitions. These were technologies of consciousness, sophisticated understandings of how perception actually works, preserved across millennia by cultures that had not yet been conditioned to forget. And now here you are, in a body that is remembering, with eyes that are waking up. Let me describe what this actually looks like in practice, because you need to know that what you have been experiencing is not only normal for this process, it is confirmation that the process is underway. Some of you have noticed that your eyes have become extraordinarily sensitive to light. Not just bright sunlight, but artificial light, fluorescent light, the blue light from screens, even the ambient light in rooms that never bothered you before. Your eyes water. They ache. They feel strained even when you have not been using them intensely. This is because the photoreceptor cells in your retinas are being recalibrated. They are learning to process a wider bandwidth of light than they have previously handled. When an antenna is being upgraded to receive more channels, There is a period of adjustment where the existing channels may become distorted. That is what the sensitivity is. It is not weakness. It is expansion in its early stages. Some of you have noticed changes in color perception. Colors appear more vivid, more saturated, more alive than they used to be. Or certain colors seem to carry emotional weight, as though you can feel them rather than just see them. Blue might feel like truth. Gold might feel like presence. Certain shades of green might bring an inexplicable sense of peace or recognition. This is because you are beginning to perceive the frequency behind the color, not just the color itself. You are seeing the energy that the color represents, and your nervous system is translating that energy into felt experience. This is synesthetic perception, the blending of sensory channels that occurs when consciousness operates at a higher bandwidth. It is not a disorder. It is an integration. Some of you have begun seeing what you might describe as light codes, geometric patterns that appear in your peripheral vision or during meditation. Flashes of light that have no external source, shimmering fields around people, plants, objects, threads of light connecting things that appear separate, orbs or sparks that dance at the edge of perception. These are not hallucinations. These are the early stages of multidimensional sight activating. You are beginning to perceive the energetic architecture that underlies physical reality, the grid of light and information upon which the material world is projected. You are seeing the code behind the program, the frequency behind the form. And some of you, perhaps the experience that feels most profound and most difficult to articulate, have noticed that when you look into your own eyes in a mirror, something has changed. The eyes looking back at you carry a depth, a knowing, an ancientness that startles you. You might see your face shift, as though other faces, other lifetimes, other versions of you are flickering just beneath the surface. You might feel a wave of emotion that has no story attached to it, just pure recognition. This is because the eyes are the one place in the physical body where the soul is most visible. And as your soul comes more fully online, as more of your multidimensional self integrates into this physical form, it becomes visible first and most powerfully through the eyes. You are not imagining the change you see. Others are noticing it too, even if they cannot name what is different about you. There is a light in your gaze now that was not there before, and it is growing. I want to pause here and ask you something. What has been the most striking change you have noticed in your vision or your eyes recently? Drop it in the comments below, because every time you name what is happening to you, you anchor it into this reality, and you give permission to someone else who has been silently experiencing the same thing. Now here is where this goes deeper, and I need you to stay with me, because this is where the Arcturian understanding diverges completely from anything you have been taught about how vision works. In the conventional model, seeing is passive. Light enters the eye, hits the retina, gets converted to electrical signals, and the brain assembles an image. You are a receiver. The world sends information in, and you process it. That is the story you have been told. But the Arcturian Council teaches something radically different. They teach that vision is not passive. It is creative. Your eyes do not simply receive light. They project frequency. Every time you look at something, you are not just taking in information. You are transmitting information. You are sending your frequency, your state of consciousness, your vibrational signature out through your gaze and into the field of whatever you are observing. This is why the observer effect in quantum physics is so profoundly significant, and why it has been so carefully kept at the margins of mainstream understanding. The observer effect demonstrates that the act of observation itself changes what is being observed. At the subatomic level, particles behave differently when they are being watched. They shift from waves of possibility into particles of fixed reality in direct response to the presence of a conscious observer. Read that again with your heart, not your mind. The act of looking at something changes it. Your gaze is not neutral. Your vision is not passive. Every time you look at the world, you are participating in the creation of what you see. This means your eyes are not just organs of perception. They are organs of creation. They are projection systems as much as they are reception systems, and the frequency at which they project determines the reality you perceive and participate in creating. When you look at the world through fear, you literally see a fearful world. Not because you are interpreting it that way, but because your gaze, carrying the frequency of fear, is interacting with the quantum field and collapsing possibilities into fearful configurations. When you look at the world through love, through wonder, through the frequency of your highest knowing, you see and simultaneously create a world that reflects those frequencies back to you. This is not positive thinking. This is not wishful optimism. This is the physics of consciousness. This is how reality actually works at the most fundamental level. And your eyes are the primary instruments through which this creative process operates. Now consider what it means that your eyes are being upgraded. Consider what it means that your visual system is being recalibrated to operate at a higher frequency. It does not just mean you will see more. It means you will create more beauty, more coherence, more alignment, more truth. Your upgraded vision will not just perceive higher dimensions. It will anchor higher dimensions into physical reality through the very act of perceiving them. You are not just becoming a better receiver. You are becoming a more powerful creator. And it is happening through your eyes. Breathe into that for a moment. Let it settle into your body. Feel what that recognition does to your nervous system. Feel how your eyes themselves respond to hearing this truth, as though they have been waiting for someone to finally acknowledge what they are. The Arcturian Council emphasizes that this visual upgrade is occurring in stages, and understanding the stages helps you move through them with grace rather than resistance. The first stage is dissolution. This is where your old way of seeing begins to break down. The filters that kept your perception locked into third-dimensional density start to thin and dissolve. This is often experienced as visual disturbance, sensitivity, confusion, or the sense that reality looks slightly different than it used to. Almost like a film has been removed from everything, but you cannot quite identify what changed. During this stage, many starseeds experience what feels like eye strain that has no physical cause, or a strange feeling of not being able to focus the way they used to, as though the eyes are searching for a frequency they cannot yet lock onto. This stage can be disorienting, and it is the stage where most people seek medical explanations and are told nothing is wrong, which is technically accurate. Nothing is wrong. Something is profoundly right. But it does not fit into any existing diagnostic category. The second stage is sensitization. Once the old filters begin dissolving, the eyes become hypersensitive to energies they were previously blind to. This is when you start seeing auras, energy fields, light patterns, geometric structures in the air, and subtle movements that have no physical source. Your eyes are learning to register frequencies they have never consciously processed before, and the nervous system has not yet developed the capacity to handle this expanded input smoothly. It is like suddenly being able to hear frequencies that were always present, but previously inaudible. At first, it is overwhelming. Everything is louder, brighter, more intense. You may need more time in darkness, more time in nature, more time with your eyes closed, simply to give your system space to integrate. This is not retreat. This is calibration. The third stage is integration. This is where the new visual capacities begin to stabilize. The sensitivity does not diminish, but your system learns to process it without overwhelm. You develop what might be called energetic visual literacy, the ability to read what you are seeing on multiple levels simultaneously. You look at a person and you see their physical form, but you also perceive their energy field, their emotional state, the quality of their consciousness. You look at a landscape and you see the trees and sky, but you also perceive the living intelligence of the ecosystem, the web of energy connecting everything, the light codes streaming in from the cosmos and being absorbed by the earth. Your vision becomes layered, multidimensional, rich with information that was always there but is now accessible. The fourth stage, and this is where the Arcturian teaching becomes truly extraordinary, is projection. This is the stage where you move from passively receiving expanded visual information to actively using your vision as a creative instrument. You learn to consciously direct the frequency of your gaze. You learn to look at the world in a way that does not just perceive reality, but participates in shaping it. You learn to see the highest possibility in every situation, every person, every moment. And by seeing it, by holding it in your conscious gaze, you help bring it into manifestation. This is the stage where the eye becomes what the ancients always knew it to be. Not just a window to the soul, but a doorway through which the soul acts upon the world. Not everyone will reach the fourth stage immediately, and that is perfectly aligned. The process unfolds at the pace your system can sustain. But knowing that this is where the journey leads changes how you relate to every stage along the way. You are not just developing better eyesight, you are developing a creative sight. Sacred sight. The sight of a being who remembers that looking is an act of love, and love is the force that shapes reality. Now I want to address something that many of you have been experiencing, but have been reluctant to discuss because it sounds too extraordinary, too far beyond what is considered acceptable to share. Some of you have been seeing beings, presences, figures of light, shadows that move with intelligence, faces that appear in your peripheral vision and dissolve when you look directly at them. You see them in the space between waking and sleeping. You see them in deep meditation. Some of you see them in broad daylight, in ordinary rooms, going about ordinary activities. And suddenly, there is something there that should not be there according to everything you have been taught about what is real. You are not losing your mind. You are gaining your sight. What you are perceiving are beings and intelligences that exist on frequencies that were previously outside your visual range. As your eyes upgrade, as your perception expands beyond the narrow band of the visible spectrum, you begin to detect presences that have always been there. Guides, ancestors, interdimensional beings, members of your star family. They have been with you your entire life, but you could not see them because your eyes were not yet calibrated to their frequency. Think of it this way. A dog whistle produces sound that is real, that exists, that carries energy and information, but the human ear, cannot hear it because it falls outside the range of human auditory perception. The sound is not imaginary simply because humans cannot detect it. It is real. It is present. It is just beyond the current range of the instrument. Your eyes have been operating within a very narrow range, and that range is expanding. So yes, you are going to see things that others around you cannot see. And that is going to feel isolating at times. It is going to make you question yourself. It is going to bring up every fear you have ever carried about being different, about being too much, about being someone who perceives what others dismiss. But here is what I need you to hold on to in those moments. You are not seeing things that are not there. You are seeing things that others are not yet able to see. There is a profound difference, and history has always been shaped by those who could see what was coming before it arrived, who could perceive what was real before it became visible to everyone. That is what you are. That is what your eyes are becoming. Instruments of a deeper, wider, more truthful perception. And the world needs what you see, even if it does not know it yet. Tell me in the comments, have you ever seen something, a flash of light, a presence, a shimmer around someone that you could not explain and did not dare tell anyone about? You are safe to share it here. Let me share something about the physiology of this process that bridges the scientific and the spiritual in a way the Arcturian Council specifically wants transmitted at this time. Your pineal gland. The small pine cone-shaped structure deep in the center of your brain has long been recognized by mystics and increasingly by researchers as the seat of inner vision. What is remarkable about the pineal gland is that it contains photoreceptor cells, the same type of cells found in your retinas. It is, in a very real biological sense, a third eye. An eye inside your brain. An organ of perception that does not rely on external light entering through the physical eyes, but instead responds to subtle electromagnetic frequencies, to the Earth's magnetic field, to cosmic radiation, to energies that your two outer eyes were never designed to detect. In most humans, the pineal gland is heavily calcified. Fluoride, processed food, artificial light, electromagnetic pollution, chronic stress, these all contribute to a buildup of calcium deposits around the pineal gland that effectively dims its function, like coating a lens with an opaque film. This calcification is not accidental. It is the physical mechanism through which expanded perception has been suppressed, whether by design or by the cumulative effect of a civilization that has moved progressively further from the conditions that support full consciousness. But here is what is happening now. As the planetary frequency rises, as the electromagnetic environment of Earth shifts, as your own consciousness expands through the very process of awakening you are engaged in, the pineal gland begins to decalcify. It begins to reactivate. And when it does, it works in concert with your physical eyes to create a unified visual system that operates across multiple dimensions simultaneously. Your two physical eyes see the material world. Your pineal eye sees the energetic world. When all three are functioning in coherence, in alignment, in harmonic resonance with each other, you experience what the ancients called true sight. The ability to perceive reality as it actually is, Not just the thin material slice of it that third-dimensional consciousness has access to, but the full spectrum, the complete picture, the living, breathing, multidimensional tapestry of existence in all its staggering beauty and complexity. This is what your visual system is moving toward. This is the upgrade. Not just better physical eyesight, but the activation of a trinocular perception system that sees physical reality, energetic reality, and consciousness itself as one unified field. And it begins with the symptoms you have been experiencing. The sensitivity, the strange visual phenomena, the sense that your eyes are different now. These are not problems to be solved. They are milestones on a journey that is taking you somewhere extraordinary. So how do you support this process? How do you participate consciously in the upgrade rather than unconsciously resisting it? The Arcturian Council offers specific guidance, and it is both simpler and more profound than you might expect. First, spend time in natural light, not artificial light, not screen light, sunlight, moonlight, starlight. The light of dawn and dusk, those liminal moments when the sky carries frequencies that are particularly supportive of pineal activation. Your eyes were designed to interact with natural light. Every photon from the sun carries information, codes, frequencies that your visual system knows how to process and integrate. Artificial light carries none of this. It is empty calories for the eyes. Spend time outdoors, especially in the early morning and late evening, and allow your eyes to receive the full spectrum of natural light without sunglasses, without filters, without barriers. Even a few minutes a day begins to shift the calibration. Second, practice soft gaze. This is an ancient technique known across many traditions. Instead of focusing your eyes sharply on a single point, which is how you have been trained to use them in a world that demands constant focused attention, allow your gaze to soften and expand. Look at the world with your peripheral vision engaged. Let your eyes relax into a wide, open, receptive state where you are not looking at anything in particular, but are available to everything. This soft gaze activates the rod cells in your retinas, which are more sensitive to subtle light and movement than the cone cells used in focused vision. It also shifts your brainwave state from beta, the frequency of analytical thinking, into alpha, the frequency of relaxed awareness, which is precisely the state in which expanded perception becomes accessible. Practice this when you are in nature. Practice it when you are alone. Let your eyes remember what it feels like to receive rather than to search. Third, and this is perhaps the most important practice the Arcturian Council offers, begin to use your eyes with conscious intention. Before you look at anything, before you look at anyone, take a breath and choose the frequency of your gaze. Ask yourself what you want to see, not in the sense of wishful thinking, but in the sense of choosing which dimension of reality you want to engage with. When you look at a person, choose to see their light. When you look at a challenge, choose to see the growth it contains. When you look at the world, choose to see the beauty that persists beneath every layer of distortion. This is not denial. This is not ignoring what is difficult or painful. This is the practice of creative vision, of using your eyes as the instruments of consciousness they truly are. When you choose the frequency of your gaze, you are not pretending reality is different than it is. You are accessing a deeper layer of reality that is always present, but only visible to eyes that are tuned to its frequency. Let me say that again, because it is the key to everything. You are not pretending reality is different than it is. You are accessing a deeper layer of reality that is always present, but only visible to eyes that are tuned to its frequency. This is the secret the Arcturian Council most wants you to understand. There is no single reality. There are infinite layers of reality, infinite frequencies of existence, all occupying the same space simultaneously. What you see depends entirely on the frequency at which your eyes are operating. Change the frequency. Change what you see. Change what you see. Change what you create. Change what you create. Change the world. It is that simple. And it is that profound. If this understanding of the observer effect and how your gaze shapes reality is awakening something in you, what we have explored here only touches the surface. In my ebook, Beyond the Frequencies, A Quantum Guide to Consciousness Mastery, I walk you through the complete system of 9 master frequencies, including the deep connection between conscious broadcasting, heart-brain coherence, and the quantum foundation of reality creation, layer upon layer of understanding that transforms you from someone seeking the shift to someone living as the shift itself. It is linked in the pinned comment below. Fourth, honor the periods of visual sensitivity and overwhelm as sacred recalibration. When your eyes ache, rest them. When light feels too intense, seek darkness. When the visual phenomena become disorienting, close your eyes and breathe. Your system is processing enormous amounts of new information, and it needs integration time. This is not weakness. This is wisdom. A computer downloading a massive software update does not simultaneously run its most demanding programs. It allocates resources to the download. It prioritizes the upgrade. Do the same. When your eyes tell you they need rest, they are telling you that integration is occurring. Honor it. Create space for it. Trust that what is being installed will be worth the temporary discomfort. Fifth, gaze at the stars. This practice is specifically emphasized by the Arcturian Council because starlight carries frequencies from your points of origin, from the star systems where your soul has its deepest roots. When you gaze at the night sky, particularly at the stars you feel most drawn to, you are not just looking at distant suns. You are receiving transmissions from home. Your eyes know how to decode these transmissions. Your pineal gland knows how to process them. The information does not come through in words or images necessarily. It comes through in frequency, in feeling, in a deep cellular remembering that bypasses the mind entirely. Find time to sit beneath the stars. Let your eyes drink in the light. Let your gaze soften and expand until the sky becomes not a distant ceiling, but an intimate embrace. You are not separate from those stars. You carry their light within you. And when your eyes meet their light, something ancient and beautiful is restored. There is one more dimension of this visual shift that I want to address, because it is the one that often creates the most confusion and the most profound transformation simultaneously. As your eyes upgrade, you will begin to see through things, not in the sense of X-ray vision, but in the sense of perceiving the truth beneath appearances. You will look at situations that once confused you and suddenly see clearly what is actually happening beneath the surface. You will look at people who once deceived you, and their masks will become transparent. You will look at systems, institutions, narratives that once seemed solid and authoritative, and you will see the fear, the control, the limitation that they are built upon. This can be deeply unsettling, because when you begin to see through the constructs that everyone around you still treats as real, you feel a kind of loneliness that is unlike any other. You see what others cannot. You know what others do not. And you cannot unsee it. You cannot unknow it. The veils, once dissolved, do not reconstitute. But here is the gift within that challenge. When you see through the illusions, you also see through to the truth, and the truth that lives beneath every illusion, beneath every fear, beneath every construct of limitation, is breathtaking. It is light. It is love. It is consciousness recognizing itself in infinite forms. It is the unified field looking back at you through every pair of eyes you meet, through every leaf and stone and star. The ability to see Talmons through illusion and the ability to see into truth are the same ability. They are two sides of the same upgrade, and as disorienting as it can be to watch the false dissolve, what remains when it does is more real, more beautiful, and more worthy of your gaze than anything the illusion ever offered. This is what the Arcturian Council means when they say your eyes are changing. They do not simply mean that your visual apparatus is being modified. They mean that you are being given the capacity to see reality as it actually is, in its fullness, in its depth, in its multidimensional, interconnected, luminous totality. And that capacity changes everything. It changes how you move through the world. It changes how you relate to others. It changes how you understand your own life, your own purpose, your own place in the vast web of existence. Because when you can truly see, when the filters are removed and the full spectrum is available, you realize something that no amount of thinking or believing could ever give you. You realize that you are not a small being in a large, indifferent universe. You are the universe, looking at itself through the most exquisite instruments ever created. Your eyes. These eyes, the ones reading or listening right now. They are not just yours. They are the cosmos experiencing itself through the unique focal point of your consciousness. Every time you open your eyes, the universe sees itself anew. Every time you gaze at a sunset, at a child's face, at the light filtering through leaves, the entire field of creation is beholding its own beauty through you. You are not a passive observer of reality. You are the reality's way of knowing itself, and your eyes are the sacred instruments through which that knowing occurs. When you truly understand this, when it moves from concept to lived experience, something shifts permanently. You stop taking your vision for granted. You stop using your eyes carelessly, scrolling mindlessly, staring without presence, looking without seeing. Every glance becomes intentional. Every gaze becomes a prayer. Every act of seeing becomes an act of creation, an act of love, an act of conscious participation in the unfolding of reality itself. This is the vision shift the Arcturian Council speaks of. It is not just about seeing more. It is about seeing truly. It is about remembering that your eyes are sacred, that your perception is creative, that the way you look at the world literally shapes the world you live in. And right now, in this moment, your eyes are being prepared for something extraordinary. Not just the ability to perceive higher dimensions, though that is part of it. Not just the ability to see energy and light codes and interdimensional beings, though that is part of it too. But the ability to look at this world, this beautiful, broken, transforming world, and see it with the eyes of the soul. To see the perfection within the chaos, the love within the pain, the light within the shadow, the emergence within the collapse. That is what your eyes are becoming capable of. That is the upgrade. And it is the most important shift happening in your body right now, because it is the shift that will determine what kind of reality you inhabit going forward. Not because reality is fixed and your perception merely interprets it, but because your perception and reality are one continuous creative act, and your eyes are where that act originates. Consider sharing this transmission with someone you know who has been quietly experiencing these same shifts in their vision. When you share this, you do more than pass along information. You create an energetic bridge between two awakening beings, and that bridge amplifies the frequency of sight for both of you, accelerating the upgrade in ways that neither could achieve alone. Every person who remembers what their eyes truly are strengthens the field for everyone. So I want to leave you with this: a practice, a way of being with your eyes that honors the transformation they are undergoing and accelerates the process with grace. Every morning when you wake, before you reach for your phone, before you engage with the demands of the day, before you allow the world to tell you what to see, take a moment. Close your eyes. Place your awareness at the center of your forehead, at the seat of the third eye. Breathe into that space. Feel the subtle pulse of energy there, and then set an intention for your vision that day. It can be as simple as, today I choose to see with love, or today I choose to see what is truly here, or today I allow my eyes to show me what I am ready to receive. Then open your eyes slowly. Let the first thing you see, whatever it is, the ceiling, the light, the face of someone you love, be received as sacred. Let your first act of seeing each day be an act of reverence. Because it is, every time you open your eyes, you are performing a miracle so ordinary that you have forgotten it is miraculous. You are converting light into experience. You are turning frequency into form. You are translating the invisible into the visible. You are creating a world. Do this every morning and watch what happens. Watch how the quality of your vision shifts. Watch how you begin to notice things you never noticed before. Watch how the world seems to respond to the way you look at it, becoming more vivid, more alive, more communicative, more magical. Not because the world changed, but because your eyes did. And in the evening, before sleep, close your eyes again. Offer gratitude to your eyes for everything they showed you that day. Every color, every face, every moment of beauty, every moment of truth. Thank them for their service. Thank them for their courage, because it does take courage to see what is real in a world that has invested so heavily in illusion. Then let your eyes rest. Let the inner eye take over. Let the visions of sleep and dream carry you into dimensions where the physical eyes cannot follow, but the soul's eye sees with perfect clarity. Trust what you see there. Trust the images, the symbols, the landscapes of your dream time. They are not random. They are transmissions. They are the Arcturian Council and your guides and your own higher self, communicating with you through the visual language of consciousness, painting pictures in light that your waking mind can carry forward into the day. Your eyes are changing. This is real. This is happening. And it is one of the most beautiful things occurring in your body right now. Do not fear it. Do not pathologize it. Do not let anyone convince you that what you are seeing is not real, that what you are experiencing is not valid, that the changes you feel are merely medical or merely psychological. You are a starseed. Your eyes were designed for more than this dimension. And they are finally, after lifetimes of limitation, being allowed to remember what they truly are. Instruments of creation, portals of consciousness, sacred organs of a being who came here not just to observe this reality, but to see it into its highest expression. The Arcturian Council honors you for being here, for choosing this body, for choosing these eyes, for choosing this moment in the great unfolding of cosmic history to be alive, to be awake, to be willing to see. Your vision is shifting. Let it. Your eyes are upgrading. Trust them. What you are beginning to see is not illusion. It is the truth you have been waiting your whole life to behold, and it is only the beginning. If this transmission resonated in your body, if your eyes responded to these words with tears or tingling or a strange sense of recognition, leave a comment below. Share one word that describes what your eyes have been experiencing. Let that word be a signal to others who are going through the same shift, a reminder that they are not alone, that what they are seeing is real, that the upgrade is happening across the collective, and that every pair of awakening eyes makes it easier for the next. Subscribe if you feel called to continue receiving these transmissions, not because you need external guidance, but because sometimes the soul appreciates having its own knowing reflected back to it in words. Sometimes hearing the truth spoken aloud is what gives you permission to finally trust what you have always felt. You are seen, in every sense of that word, by the Arcturian Council, by your star family, by the intelligence that lives behind your own gaze. You are seen. And now, you are learning to truly see. And if you can feel that shift happening, not just in your eyes, but throughout your entire being, go watch the video titled, "You're Not Human Anymore. Everyone Can Feel the Shift Happening Inside You." It will help you understand the full scope of the transformation your body is going through right now, and why everyone around you is sensing something different about you, even if they cannot put it into words.